All right, taking Modern Mill back out for a spin. We have played this once before, and it felt okay. If you haven't seen this deck, this is basically it's basically a burn control deck. If we're being honest with ourselves, only instead of Goblin Guides and Lightning Bolts, we have Hedron Crabs, Rune Crabs, and then we have Hideous Laughter, Archive Trap, and Fractured Sanity here. So while you need to deal, 50 damage with this deck, your one drops deal chunks of 6 with fetch lands, and Hideous Laughter, Archive Trap, and Fractured Sanity deal double digits worth of damage to your opponent when you're playing. Couple of small changes we've made to the list. I've split Visions from Beyond with Thought Scour because Hideous Laughter does exile cards, which was making Visions of Beyond difficult to hit with consistently. So Thought Scour's a good cheap way to enable Drown in the Loch on turn 1. So you can Thought Scour them on turn 1 to start milling them a little bit, and then on turn 2 your Drown in the Loch can counter or kill 1 or 2 drops, which is nice. And then in the sideboard, we played Ensnaring Bridge last time, which made us give up the Lurrus Companion. So I've got Damnation and Bontus for the creature decks, as opposed to playing a couple copies of an artifact that gives up our companion. So let's go ahead and dive on into a league here with this one and see how it goes. Hey, thanks for keeping me around, Mr. Lifeguard. 42 months is quite the duration. Good morning, good morning. I didn't do a Kiki Chord League this week. I had a couple other things we wanted to try, and then I had a deck. I had Elementals as a submission for yesterday, and this is a submission for today, and I'm taking tomorrow off of doing Modern because we have historic Brawl is back on Arena today, so we're gonna be refocusing to have a little bit bigger focus on Arena since we're getting more formats there worth playing. We have Standard 22, Historic, and Historic Brawl that we can all play on Arena now. So I'm going to refocus a little bit on doing more of that content moving forward. We're going to do 2 or 3, depending on how they go, Historic Brawl decks later this morning once the Arena patch goes live. Hey, Kid Martian, thanks for the 10 months. Good morning and welcome back. 5-color Tiamat Dragons. Hopefully that goes okay. So for the Historic Brawl decks I'm going to be playing on stream, I'm going to be focusing around 1 and 2 color commanders because Arena for Brawl uses a deck strength matchmaking algorithm, and the deck strength for based on commanders largely ranks commanders that are 3+ colors at higher competitiveness because they get to play a wider range of better cards. Is something to be aware of. Yeah, I might, Seth. I was thinking I was going to do that in the General Kudro deck that someone had sent in, or someone had linked. Yeah, I think Planeswalkers get ranked a little bit higher too on average. I don't know. The algorithms specifics aren't 100% public. Moto. Waiting 60 seconds for your opponent to decide if they're going to click keep. Feels Moto, man. Yeah, I have 6 crabs in my deck. You have Rune Crab and Hedron Crab. That's why we play the Palace in the Clouds. It's also relatively free. It's just a legendary island. Morning, Ludarina. We had dime-sized hail here this morning, along with our thunderstorm, so that's always fun. Yeah, it technically triggers Revolt for Fatal Push. That Fatal Push isn't really worth playing this card though. It's more so for the Landfall Dorkos. Please don't murder my crab. Is this raid you speak of, right? Nice. Nice. Oh, wait. Are they just gonna, like, double bobble? God bless America. I was like, oh, good. We can. It's like, oh, good. We can block that. Nope. No, we cannot. This channel needs more spell sitter sprites. Unfortunately, the only spell sitter sprite deck I've seen that looks reasonable in Modern right now is Ragavan, and I'm not willing to spend $600 on digital Ragavan, so that's really limited what I've been able to play in Magic Arena here, or Magic Online, which is, if I'm being honest, is another part of why we're going to be putting a bigger focus on Magic Arena content again. Looks like blue-red prowess. You know, I don't even know if they have them in stock. Last I looked, they were having, and like I can't borrow them because Traders doesn't consistently have them in stock because like they're expensive because they're in high demand. McQueek Zodiac, thanks for the Prime support. I appreciate it. Welcome to the channel this morning. Monkey isn't even the best red one drop in Modern. Disagree with you. Dragon Rage Chandler is fine, but Monkey is definitely better. Generating card advantage and accelerating if it doesn't die is huge. Keep my crab alive here. Good golly. Polluted Delta. Can we mill some creatures here? Okay, we got another creature. I think I'm gonna fetch shock and just Crypt Incursion here. Hopefully we hit another creature here to gain 9. We did, sweet. I'm gonna do this now so I don't get like double bolted in response. MTG Black Steve, thanks for the Prime support. And there's a lot of great creators you can drop those Bezo bucks off with every month here on Twitch. Thanks for sending them this way this month. Good morning. Do I block here? I'm gonna say no for now. They only have 34 cards in deck, and their curve looks like it's incredibly low, so I want to get 3 more mills out of this. Think I want to just laughter this turn. Alright, how many cards do we get? They have 30 cards in deck. Yeah, 15. Not bad. .jpg. Oh, they have Stormwing entities in their deck. That makes a lot of sense. It's 10 of the CMC right there. We did drop a Dragon Rage Chandler into the bin here. I think I'm going to hope that they just don't kill me from 14 here. And then we can do this plus this next turn. They have 3 cards in hand. We could theoretically die from 14 not blocking here, but I think not blocking is the play to win line. I think this matchup's impossible, really? I don't know. I think there's a good chance they just kill us here, right? This Lava Dart is 6 damage. I think playing against mill frequently feels more helpless than you actually are because being milled feels bad. I mean, we don't have I mean, like, I know I've drawn both my crypts this game, but like, even this game, right? Like, they don't have that many creatures. Well, we didn't die. That's a good step one. Yep. Surgical is huge. Can you explain why? So, if I put this other crab into play, they have 0 cards in hand. If I put this other crab into play, we put them down to 1 card in deck, 2 cards in deck. But then I can't Crypt Incursion, but not being able to Crypt Incursion is probably fine. How many Lava Darts do they do? We've got 1, 2, 3 Lava Darts in exile, and they have 1 in their bin. So they sacrifice a mountain and Lava Dart my face. These 2 block these 2. I'd be at 8. I'd take 4. So I die to a lightning bolt off the top. How many bolts are they through? We have 2 bolts here. 2 bolts here. So they're through all their lightning bolts. Mutagenic growth is not lethal, right? Because it's only +3. All right, yeah, I think we play second crab and mill them here. They put 2 cards on top with their scry. Which I guess means I should technically target them with this before, because they intentionally left cards on top of their deck that they wanted to mill. So perhaps I'm actually supposed to shuffle them before those mill triggers happen, so they have a chance of drawing the cards that they wanted to leave on top. Oh, and they got a land out of their deck. Okay, so they can't cantrip here now. They have one card left in deck. So they have to kill us here with Lava Dart plus whatever this draw is in the Storming Entity. You have 0 cards in deck, so just gotta survive the turn. Okay, sweet. Extra Fatal Push sounds good. Sweepers sound good. I think I'm gonna cut the Visions and the Surgicals. Bring in some Soul Guide Lanterns. Maybe just one of these. Getting rid of Delirium doesn't seem super important. Let's try this. Yeah, the crabs are very good. The printing of Room Crab was low-key an absurd upgrade to this archetype because your best draws before Rune Crab always involved Hedron Crab on 1. So being able to have 8 of your best 1-mana play is really strong. Brawl, the arena patches typically go up at 10 a.m. Central. It's about 90 minutes from now. So I don't know that their deck has enough creatures in it for Skull to be good. Profane Memento. Maybe they do. I'm gonna YOLO this one because if we draw a black source, it's pretty absurd. Almost auto yielded, but they activated my trap card. See, Chad, I'm a giver. I'm just giving him Delirium here. All right, one black source, please. Never lucky. It's fine. We have another turn to draw it. I'm really going to be interested to see how good this card is in Historic. There's a very good chance that in a world without Mishra's Bauble, it's only okay. They did bring in Blood Moon. Gotta punish my greedy 2-color mana base, you know? That's definitely one card I didn't miss while playing a lot of other formats that weren't modern. Effects like Blood Moon and Ensnaring Bridge and Chalice of the Void, they're just such rancid designs and play patterns. Yeah, pairing Chandler with some artifact creatures seems like it would make a lot of sense. Unfortunately, I think we've died here. We've got a pretty quick clock. Like one more shot at drawing a land, but we also might not have time for that now, even if we hit next turn and the turn after. Waiting, waiting, waiting for our opponent to take some game actions. They're burning clock now. Oh, MTGO. I'm 6 minutes ahead on clock while they're playing prowess because of spots like this. My opponent's not really actually making meaningful decisions or thinking about anything. They're clearly just playing Magic Online while also doing something else. Thanks. We can move on to game 2 now. Or game 3. Yeah, I honestly wish Magic Online wouldn't let people double queue. It's very disrespectful to other people's time. Alright, you won't keep the one-lander this time. Sounds decent. So, poker's a game where multi-queuing is fine, and I wouldn't call it disrespectful to other people's time, because unlike a one-on-one game of Magic, playing optimally in poker involves an incredible amount of waiting. Like if you're playing poker properly, upwards of 90 to 95% of what you're doing is folding hands. You're also playing at a giant table, right? Like it's not a one-on-one game where like if you're like waiting on something like another person's guaranteed to be waiting on you, like if you're folded, you're just done and out, right? Yeah, online poker too, especially is more aggressive clocks than Moto does. Yep, yeah, bringing a book or having music in your ear or something like that was very very commonplace and made a lot of sense. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and fatal push now proactively so they don't get the extra surveils here. Pick this up here so that way we can replay it with the crab. Not really a whole lot we can do this game. Like I said, just I just don't get to play Magic now. We have a two-color deck that has a bunch of fetch lands and a number of basics in it, and Blood Moon just comes down. It's a high variance card that means you don't get to play the game when it happens a lot of the time. I'm glad I could pay $10 to get that experience. It's good. Makes me feel good. They did enable Mountain Walk. Yeah, I'm gonna do a similar amount of Geeky Cord though, Lambton, at least every other week. Dead game. Yep. Anytime I have to wait in a queue for more than approximately 5 seconds in any game, regardless of what it is, it means the game is dead. Just so we're clear. Blood Moon punishing greedy 5-color mana bases since 1994. Ain't that the truth? Listen, that card was printed to enable Landwalk, okay? This hand's a little slow, but if it finds any third land, the Field of Ruin turns into a black source for these two. And Double Laughter Crab's a pretty good open, so we're gonna keep this. Just need any third land in our first two draws. Your boy Goblin King needed that boost, ain't that the truth? Okie doke. One surgical extraction, please. Wait, welding jar? Excuse me? Ensnaring bridge? Well, at least we don't plan on attacking them. Peace was never an option for this crab, chat. Yeah, it could be some kind of like Dice Factory deck, it's true. Ratchet Bomb. Alright, come on. Any third land, please. This is where the magic happens. You know, Fractured Sanity is a good commentary on what I feel like my experience has been playing Magic Online this morning. If you had to ask me to describe what I'm feeling. Unfortunately, power plant, we drew the surgical, but there's no power plants in their bin I can exile here, so I guess maybe they don't have anything. We should at least surgical them before we concede. Just to see what exactly is going on so we can sideboard better. Okay, so they're probably just doing mostly normal Tron things. Take a staring bridge here, take a look at what they're doing, and then concede. They're just like weird Tron. I guess the Ugin doesn't kill me for a while. Are we just hanging out? Maybe we'll just hang out. Four Chalice of the Void in your deck full of 1 mana spells is definitely a decision. Well, that exiled 20 cards. Well, they had Elixir of Immortality in their main deck. Yeah, okay. You say your sanity is grinding. Accurate, Juice Master. So I want untapped land here so I can Hideous Laughter plus Fatal Push. And I think we're dead at this point, right? Because they could just hold the elixir. Waited till their turn to push because they have Welding Jar to save this. Regenerating, tap something. Yeah, man. The main deck elixir is going to get us here, huh? So you get to make another friendo here. Bet this deck's them. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, the main deck elixir gets us. So the elixir lets them shuffle their graveyard back into their deck for reference, which is why I'm conceding there. For those not familiar with our opponent's cards. Chat, I was dead on board. They weren't cracking it, and this is a sorcery. So like they literally just pass. The exile could catch the elixir. They won't. They didn't do it the previous turn. There's no reason for them to not wait. Oh, I already got you, Juice. Thanks for sticking around. Why do the people of Athens have a hard time waking up? Because dawn is tough on Greece. Thanks for the 15 months high five. That's that's a good one. The context, chill, and dad joke all in one. Listen, this stream isn't sponsored or endorsed by Dawn. We've been gemstoned, caverns, chat. Rebuild's very good against Urza Saga. It just like takes all their things away, which is great. My poor little crab, chat. So I don't have a land here anyways. I'm gonna just use my crab as a mill 6. And do this now in case we draw surgical. Not. Ooh. Let's get rid of this before they search up the elixir with it. No basic. It's exciting. It's exciting, chat. Alright, they had one island last game. It's like Wasteland Plus. It's better than regular Wasteland because we got a land back out of it. Well, that's sad. They have Orbs of Warding. Yikes. You have hexproof. I assume this is naming Field of Ruin. Oh, they have two basic islands. It's interesting. Do we Lurrus? I think I want to draw Lurrus here. I have crabs in the bin. I have one card left. I'd really like to draw land next turn so we can go Lurrus into crab into land drop, hold up drown still. Well, now I'm just supposed to do those, right? We just like laughter into laughter and hope we exile everything. Have we gotten? It doesn't look like we've gotten the elixir yet, which is a little scary. Chalice on 1. I don't care about that, right? And then I think I go ahead and just drown the construct that's about to attack us, so that way we're not dead on board next turn. So that way, if this laughter isn't lethal, damn. And this is the part where their Elixir of Immortality is one of the last 4 cards left in their deck, because that's how Magic works. Oh, we might just be dead if they have another artifact in hand, right? Man, fuck Magic today, man. It's just... God, we've just been getting dicked on Magic Online for like the last 3 or 4 leagues. Just absolutely every possible thing that could potentially go wrong has gone wrong in every game we've played on Moto recently. It's kind of unreal. Sure. Draft the crab to show who's boss, something like that. They didn't have anything in their graveyard to surgical. Okie doke. I believe we're fully locked out at this point, especially with the elixir in play again, so I'll just concede again. I hadn't fully done up my schedule for next week. I was waiting to see if we could have fun one more time, but Moto has thoroughly beaten the enthusiasm out of me. I understand why Modern dropped 15 percentage points of on the sub survey month to month. Yes, that is a great description, Dio. We do get Brawl today. Yep. That's fine. Magic's a great game with a lot of different formats. When one's down, others can be up. We'll focus on the ones that are up here. I would just drop and start Brawl early, but the queue doesn't come up for another hour, so we might as well play a few matches and see if we can get some Moto Fun bucks back. Cycle this first Fraying Sanity. I mean, people don't want to play Pioneer. It's the reason, like, the formats that become popular in Magic largely become organically popular. Pioneer's issues aren't because Wizards hasn't supported it, it's because people don't want to play a format like Pioneer. The God's honest truth is most people like playing higher powered formats. That's why they're powering up historic so much. Yeah. I mean, like the Star City tournament series making those older formats popular. That's an organic way to do it, right? If there's people that actually want to play these formats, things like that, let them be successful. I'm gonna take their wilderness reclamations away here. Take a picture here because it lasts longer. Oh my god, they have a copy of Nexus of Fate in their deck. We actually just can't catch a break. We actually just cannot catch a break. All right, I'm gonna do this, and then we can Visions Beyond and draw some cards, and then hopefully we can find a hideous. Yeah, we have hideous laughter at least. We're not just dead. The people are like we could do something. We're not just dead here. We have this card. I've got Beats by Dr. Lurrus here as well. No, Nexus of Fate is a replacement effect. It never enters the graveyard, which is one of the 1,000 different things they messed up when designing that card in terms of templating. It says, if this would hit the bin, instead exile it. Okay, so their hand right now is Growth Spiral, Snapcaster Mage, Archmage's Charm. So I'm gonna take this Counterspell out back and drown it in the Loch here. Come on. Please exile Nexus of Fate. Please exile Nexus of Fate. No, we don't auto lose. We can exile it with Hideous Laughter. And if my opponent is we got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. And if they're stuck on lands, we could technically wait for them to we could technically have them draw it without having 7 mana, right? Depending on what their hand size is. They could discard it to hand size theoretically, but that also just gives us until we can draw Laughter again. You can see the old end step Snapcaster Mage here. Love it. How many basics are in their deck? 3 islands. They have 3 basic islands plus this one in play. How many have we milled? 1, 2. So there's 1 basic island left in their deck at the moment. I think they have to counterspell this with Archmage's Charm, which means we then get to draw. Really? Okay, deal. Minga Hamster, thank you for the 15 months. Welcome back. Dwight! Thank you for the 63 months. It feels like a different lifetime. that we went to an invitational together. They might try and steal our crab here. What are we casting for 4? We have an X spell? Oh, Shark Typhoon, sure. Alright, sometimes lucky. Sometimes lucky, chat. Sometimes lucky. GG. Urkadar, thanks for hanging out for 4 entire years. Good morning, good morning. Alright, so we want soul guides and relics. I don't want crypt incursions. I don't want fatal pushes, I think is the plan. That's true. We did deck them in response to their cycle. I think it would be better to simply introduce Pioneer cards into Historic, or to print the legal paper cards from Historic into Pioneer as a paper set. Pioneer's fine being its own thing. I think the idea that like Historic needs to be Pioneer, Pioneer needs to be Historic is like kind of silly. I think COVID removing paper tournaments that could have organically grown Pioneer, as well as Pioneer's lack of support on more popular platforms like Arena, are what have doomed it to be less popular than other alternatives. Jarapanda, thanks for the 14 months. Welcome back. Okay. Yeah, they could frags. In fact, if you look at the top decks in Pioneer, there's less than 50 cards that are popular in Pioneer that don't currently exist on Magic Arena. So while the paper boomers and purists from a purity standpoint would definitely bitch and complain about it, what I think they should do is they should just give us a Pioneer anthology on Magic Arena that's 25 to 30 missing cards and say, okay, here's the Arena Pioneer queue that's Pioneer that we have done so far. You can play all the popular metagame decks because those cards are on the platform. I think should definitely be what the approach I would have if I was in charge. Yeah, and I think a lot of people would play it. I would play it on stream. You just ignore the people that would complain about it not being real Pioneer because it'd still be missing a number of fringe cards, but just like cover the important ones. The Zoomers don't remember when Moto did dev cards. Yeah, exactly. Heck, Moto still doesn't have a number of cards. Legacy technically isn't Legacy here. We got the Nexus of Fate again, chat. Oh gosh, they have Endurance Postboard too. What isn't in Moto for Legacy? There's a giant list of cards. Most, basically, none of them see play in competitive Legacy. So, like, Legacy on Moto is exactly what I'm suggesting they do for Pioneer on Magic Arena, which is like just put the cards people actually play into the platform. I'm counterspelling that just because I don't want them to have a clock in play. Counterspell's a decent draw. Bear Cub, which is being added in Historic Horizons, isn't on Moto, for example. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot of the cards that need to be added to Pioneer on Arena are like they're relatively simple to program too, right? Like they're cards that are just like use templating that existing cards already have. So it's not like from a programming standpoint it'd be this huge challenge. You just need to like take the time to do it. Just do it. Okay. And then they're gonna target themselves, I assume, here, and then we'll relic in response. Visions looking nice and awkward in these postcard games, reminding us why we replaced 2 of the copies with Thought Scour. We did get to draw 3 with this card once today in this set, so guess it's not all bad. Sam Castnew, thanks for the follow. Good morning. All right, this one has to target. Save targets Elysians. The Funk Agenda. It's an agenda I can get down with. Okay. They're down to 18 cards. They're down to 15 cards. 11 cards in their graveyard. Hold on to this for now. We could draw like a Fractured Sanity. I guess Fractured Sanity kills them at this point. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Let's just draw. By the time this is on. Got me. Ow. Oh my gosh, I have a companion. Okay. I hate this program so much. I hate it, chat. I hate it. Just like cast a Snapcaster Mage so I can concede. Right. I mean, if their card in hand is a blank, and the top card of their deck's a blank, I get 2 draws to deck them next turn. No, I said I had one more donation deck, and this was it. Thanks for the 20-month Slim Nursery. Where's my paper clip to remind me of things that are missing? Big mood. Big mood. Where's my paper clip? I'm not dead yet. I am still taking modern deck submissions, but I haven't really gotten many. So Moto deck submissions are $100. They had the Snapcaster Mage and are... Oh, I guess it's technically not a slow roll because I had this in play. I can take game 3 on the play. And this'll be the game where we fail to Hideous Laughter the Nexus and they just loop that, right? Right. And the scene's pretty good. Our opponent had been doing so well at being the first person that wasn't going to make us wait a bunch. Thank you, opponent. I appreciate you. I think I'm just cycling the first relic here. Yeah, the Nexus of Fate is incidental hate. The main deck elixir of immortality is definitely like a giant middle finger to mill. So the relics have some tension here because I am technically a Drown in the Loch deck. We got the Nexus of Fate again. At least we keep running well in terms of that. We've been very good at casting our first laughter and getting their Nexus of Fate. Feeling a little crabby after the last couple of matches. Ready to pinch. Yeah, but like their deck has a lot of higher CMC things that like a bunch of 3s and 4s. Thanks for the 2 months, Boeing. Welcome back. Yeah, they got Typhoon as well. The old 2-mana cantrip that is 6 CMC. I'm going to surgically extract Endurance in response to this. Let's take a picture because it lasts longer. They do have a lot of counter spells. You're not wrong. Okay, and then this mills them to 11. What if I just do this? I just don't want him to take my crab. So they have 2 Snapcaster mages left. Plus some lightning bolts. I'm just gonna do this now. That was honestly the best draw in our deck. It's a way to mill them for that doesn't get countered. Really? Okay. 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 Thank you, Mill. We are on the scoreboard. Shout outs to the net draws being on top of our deck here. Sometimes lucky, chat. Sometimes lucky. Don't call it a comeback. Wow, the opponent missed their scry trigger there. Seems rough for them. They do have a grip full of counter spells. Doke. This is it, chat. The climb to a burrito starts here. This next match, we play for $5, and the match after that, we play for $7. Real stakes here. Real stakes. Or maybe vegan steaks. I'm a vegetarian, you know? Depends on who you ask. Impossible steaks. There you go. I think I'm gonna wait on the crab. I think there's a good chance if I play crab, it dies. I also think there's a good chance my opponent's a Blood Moon deck. Flame Slash. Okay. Okay. Now we'll Darkslick and pass. I was going to fetch Swamp and play Laughter, but with Drown, I can actually counter a Blood Moon now. Twisted Gengar, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel this morning. Yes, they have 43 cards in their deck right now. Let's find out if they're a Blood Moon deck. They are. Hit them with the trap card. It looks like they're mid-rangey mono red. Hey, thanks for the 3 years, Slayer. Good morning and welcome back. Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time to duel. I'm definitely interested in sending my opponent to the Shadow Realm. Excuse me? What? I played the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. I have not. I had my fill of people cheating when I played Pokemon. Meaning to sub for a while, but I've been crazier things popping up. Well, thanks for dropping it off today, Soren. I appreciate you keeping me around. Welcome. Cheating in Pokemon TCG. I actually played a bunch of Pokemon TCG a few years ago and played in one of their Grand Prix equivalents and got scummed out of a match. Twas not a pleasant experience. I believe it's Pokescum. Yeah, Pokescum. Let's go up to 41. Your turn. Slowly. Gosh, what happened 3 years ago? 2018. Fuck. Did Magic Arena hit open beta 3 years ago? God, it did, didn't it? Close to it? Was it August? I think it was, right? That's the second or third 36-month resub we've had today. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, yeah, maybe it wasn't quite August. Yeah, it probably was a little bit after August. Yeah, because I think it happened with GRN is accurate. Okay, yeah, that sounds right. Because I didn't play Arena during the closed stuff. I started with the open beta. I think we cut the surgicals. Profane Memento sounds good. They have a relatively large number of creatures, as we saw with Crypt Incursion there. Extra Fatal Push to kill their early play sounds good. I was here back when stuff got posted to the brewery. Oh, Brainstorm Brewery. So, if you read my article there, God, how long ago was this? This piece is from March 5th, 2017. You should read through this. I talk about what happened with regards, and obviously, Pokemon TCG could be different now 4 years later. But I talked about in that article what happened specifically in the Pokemon setting that wouldn't happen with regards to the Magic setting. Because I'm a realist, I understand that people can cheat in any physical card game, but one of the things Magic the Gathering has done very well with regards to their paper tournaments is their judge program and structure and IPG and things like that are all very clear and well set up to give you ways to protect yourself and to be set up so people who are trying to cheat aren't frequently rewarded for cheating. So I basically just have to concede because Ragavan's gonna hit me here, right? We just can't win the game anymore. Thanks for the half a year problem. Welcome back. Magic the Gathering is fun. We have fun playing Magic the Wait, did I just miss did I miss their fetch land? Fuck, I missed their fetch land because we were chatting about other things, and now they're not gonna have another fetch land for forever. That could actually cost us here. It would be 26 cards I missed. I have two traps here. I just wasn't expecting them to have a fetch land because they're a mono red deck. Alright, now I can see though. Yeah, this basic island might have won us the game because I would have milled 30 and they'd have had 17 left, and then we would have gotten to Hideous Laughter because we would have gotten to this island relatively soon. So there's a chance we win that game if I'm paying attention to their fetch land. I'm gonna lead on Darkslick Shores here, and again, gonna wait till turn 2 to play the crab. So that way, if they have Flame Slash or Lightning Bolt, I can get a mill 3 in before it dies. Leading on the Darkslick Shores here also means if they have Monkey or Dragon Rage Chandler on one, I can Fatal Push it. The deck command, unfortunately, does not work while we play Boomer card games. It'll be functional once we shift over to Arena. This exact deck list will be in the video description on the YouTube channel this evening, though. If you wish to acquire it from there. They're playing Pillage for our basic lands. Yikes. Get out of here. It's rude. Fetch land? Alright. Better than bricking, I suppose. Better than a brick. Okay. I live away for most of my family, so my kids frequently only get to see through FaceTime and Duo. I watch enough of you on my phone that my kids are starting to ask when they get to talk to Uncle Jeff. What's going on, Illustrate? Thanks for the prime. Welcome back. All right, well, this turns Vision of Beyonds into a draw, right? 20 cards in graveyards? All right, hit me, dealer. Okay. I don't really care about this recruiter, right? I think we just draw the Lurrus here, and then next turn we can go Lurrus, replay Crab, play a fetch land, he says before getting Blood Mooned. Sure. That's not a big deal. These fatal pushes will keep us alive nicely here, which is great. So we'll do this. We'll cast a crab. We'll do this. We'll crack a fetch land. Fatal push this now before they can surveil with it. And they're down to 21 cards here, so we're drawing 2 here, down to 19 cards. I think Mind Funeral. I don't know what Mind Funeral does offhand, but there is a reason why this archetype plays the 3 mill cards that I'm currently playing. They should just be dead here, right? We go Crab. We shock this in. We hit you. We laughter. All right, chat. We have secured the bag. The eagle has landed. The jelly is in the donut. The 50 play points have been returned. Now we play for 50 play points plus a treasure chest. I don't want to stress anybody out, but there is 7 digital dollars riding on this next match. Nobody panic. I'm not panicking. You're panicking, chat. $7 reduce. Message the wife now. Tell her to get Chipotle on the phone. Sure. Lead on a crab on 1 here, so we can play second crab into land on 2. If they crack a fetch on 1 here, we trap them, and then second crab means that this is good. This is, our opponent is just like peak moto gaming here. They skipped their first main phase, likely intentionally here, because I'm playing mill, hoping that I would auto pass through their turn, missing my opportunity to trap them after they fetch. Game recognizes game, chat. That's like next. That's some next level bullshit right there. I can truly appreciate the five head level play that we've just experienced. All right. I want to take your underworld breaches away now. Hey, Cricket, thank you for the third of the year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Now, notable here that there are only 3 copies of Underworld Breach in their deck, because they do have Wish here to grab Underworld Breach from the sideboard and take a picture so things last longer here for us. They are in fact playing Lotus Breach combo. Yes, if I get rid of if I find another surgical and surgical their copies of Wish here, they should be cold at that point in this first game. So we are hoping to draw a surgical extraction. How much CMC is even in their deck? Not a lot. Their most expensive spell costs 2. They've got they got 3. They have 3 wishes. So like if we draw a Hideous Laughter, it is going to deck a significant amount from them. Okay. Another wish bites the dust, and another wish down, and another wish down, another wish bites the dust. Hey, we're gonna mill you too. Another wish bites the dust. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 doo. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 doo. How many basic lands? That's a good question. They have 1 basic island and 1 basic swamp. Do 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 do. Beep. Do 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 do. Beep beep beep. Beep 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 do 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 do. All right, then we got 3 shots to draw a second surgical here. Rats. Never lucky, chat. Never lucky. Oh, that's a good point. If there's no basic mountain, I should hit the steam vents. Good call. Thoop, thoop, thoop. Oh no. Oh no. They're activating the Wishclaw Talisman, chat. I believe this means we have died. Am I dead yet? Yes! A true skill game here, chat. A battle of wits, if you would. Or my opponent and I have clashed and we have come out victorious. That is perfect. The burrito has been secured, chat. The burrito has been secured. Excellent. I don't know. At least we had a happy ending. We got some of our Moto bucks back. How many Moto bucks do we have, you ask? My Moto gambling has actually been going really well, all things considered. When I came back to Magic Online, I spent $15 on Magic Online tickets. I now have $13 in play points and $151 in tickets. Tickets are $1 each. So technically, we're up by a factor of 11 almost. Kiki Cord's been good to us, chat. Kiki Cord's been good to us. I was actually close to 200 before we played. We played some dumpster fire decks this week. How many tickets can you trade in for arena wildcards? Well, I mean, I can sell these tickets for like 80 to 90 cents on the dollar. So like I could easily sell these and get like $100 or so out of this. No, I opened the new player packs that you can't sell. I didn't open the treasure chest, Steve. All right. Well, I guess we can. I didn't import the Brawl decks I wanted to play yet, so we can get that done. The Brawl queue isn't open for another 20 minutes or so until the patch goes live, but we can at least prep and get some decks loaded up. Is Momir Vig on Arena right now? Is that real? Oh, and it's free? All right, we'll play Momir Vig.